and welcome back to Bustthinned, or Ablelalis, a Dwarf Fortress Let's Play from Mike of Nearly Enough Dice. Right, where are we? We are down in the depths. My project for today is to somehow deal with the caverns. And by deal with, I mean basically I've got my stairway. Kind of the opposite of a stairway to heaven, as it were. And we are going down into the depths. At least that's the plan. And look at this inconveniently placed set of caverns. It's very inconveniently placed because there's water and all sorts down here. Going the wrong way. So I've got like 2 layers. Actually, no, there's only 1 layer of actual water. Keep thinking, right, so this is actually empty space with water underneath it. So actually, this is the thing I was going to do. Let's have a where's my, there we go. Stone, can't spell, stone sense. Let's have a look at stone sense. See what stone sense has to say upon the subject. Let's just, there we go. So here we are. So you can see this is the stairway coming through. Just doing it. So it's actually the area of caverns that I'm in is actually fairly flat. It's just just this set of kind of corridors and then water. So that's kind of interesting. There's some stuff going on over here, but you know, I'm not there just now. So that's interesting. So what I'm going to need to do is get through this bit of water. Probably, I just think the easiest way is going to be pumping it out. Obviously, you know, I could decide to do something slightly different than, you know, I've got this you know, theoretical idea that I've got a stairway that just continues on down this way and nothing gets in the way, and I could in theory move that, but no. I have decided, rightly or wrongly, that I'm not going to do it that way. Now there are a few things I don't know whether you can do it. You know, this isn't an aquifer level, so I don't have to worry. One of the issues with aquifers is that, you know, if you carve away a bit of rock, then just water pours out of that rock, and water pours out of that rock forever. And if I block off, say, this square here, it doesn't matter because this square here is always going to be just full of water. This is basically stationary water. It's just kind of sitting there, and there is going to be no more. So if I pump it out of the way, I pump it out of the way, and that's it. It's gone, and hurrah. But I don't know if I can actually do. There are certain things I'd like to be able to do, like for example, chuck a floodgate. Would help if I could remember where my hands are on the keyboard. Chuck a floodgate onto this here, you know, that square there. Oh, I've done it again. You know, that would be a convenient thing to be able to do. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can build into water in that respect. Or, I mean, the other option is to, you know, deliberately collapse things. And another option is to, you know, make a place to pump water out and then build things that way. I mean, similar to the methods of dealing with aquifers. But I've got some space here that I can deal with. These are the ramps that are going to for the next level down, so I don't want to do too much there. But I can carve out all this stuff without a problem. And this is all just, you know, corridor, I think. No, there's water underneath it, okay. But no, but that, you know, here and here I can carve out, and I can. So that, for example, I could make a platform here to put on a pump. So there are options. There are options. So right, let's unpause. Deal with a few things. I'm fairly sure they can get to that. I may have to floor over this temporarily. Maybe. So I'm not. Basically, because unless my miners are asleep, which they're not, if there's a path here, they should immediately come towards it. So they're clearly not doing that. So let's undo that. Build a trapped floor. So that's blocked, or I can't get to it. What I'm going to do instead is I'll tunnel through here, perhaps. If I remember where I am in the user interface. Yeah, so you can see immediately they're immediately able to get there, and so so they couldn't get to those areas there. I'm not quite sure why. And stone sensor isn't really helping me in this. So I now think I can build a floor here. There we go. And can I? Right. If I was going to, I'm either going to make a pump or I'm going to make a floodgate, and I might make both. So that is going to be up here. So. What do you need? You need corkscrews and pipe sections, don't you? So let's add a new task. Do it out of wood. Let's not do it. Can we do it out of stone? Blocks. No. Make it wood. Flood. Make a stone floodgate. I'll probably make a floodgate anyway because you need floodgates. Enormous wooden corkscrew. And just on the off chance that I've got more than one carpenter, and I really should check into that, wooden pipe section. So that will enable 2 people to do things. And we'll just make a floodgate anyway, just in case I want a floodgate. Now, I wanted to also do another slightly odd thing. Right, so it's sorted by migrant wave, so I've got 4. So I want to make, just want to quickly check that I've done a thing that I think I've done. Yes, I've made 7 coffins. And that is the original. That's the original coffins that the original for each of the 7 dwarves that originated with the fortress. So they each now have some coffins. So I'm making what the plan is to keep abreast of. The number of people, the number of dwarves I have, there will be a coffin for everyone. That may seem a little morbid, but that's okay. Okay, you're the newbie, but you're quite good at of the new folk. Oh, and the outpost liaison and a caravan. I have nothing to sell. Never mind. Yeah, I got a couple of stonecrafters. So that was another thing I was going to do. Was arrange to have. Oh, look at them speeding across the map. I love my frame rate. I needed to start making some Yeah, let's discuss this situation. Months ago, a group calling itself the Tenacious Flags founded Earth Charm after a long journey from the lands of the Amusing Cudgel. Months ago, a group calling itself the Lean Paddle founded Skull Halls after a long journey from the lands of the Amusing Cudgel. I hope it's a very amusing cudgel. Nothing worse than a cudgel that's not amusing. A few months ago, a group calling itself the Grasping Knife founded Wandered Copper after a long journey from the lands of the Amusing Cudgel. A few months ago, Smo Dripped Orb became expedition leader of the Grasping Knife. A few months ago, Aspen Sad owned, became mayor of the Grasping Knife. A few months ago, a group from the Amusing Cudgel left to found a new settlement in the Forest of Dust. Oh, I like the sound of that, the Forest of Dust. Months ago, Sedune Tanglebines became expedition leader of the Lean Paddle. Months ago, Kado Crazed Summits became mayor of the Lean Paddle. I hear she has a real mean streak. Wow. Months ago, Urfastend Rampages became expedition leader of the Tenacious Flags. Do you have a flag? Months ago, Death Matched Glided became mayor of the Tenacious Flags. I hear he has a real mean streak. So that's 2 mean people. I am going to ask for, if I can remember how the user interface works, pigtail fiberglass and some pig. Just check this out. I should probably check for meat. But meat is such a pain to ask for. I think that's just been one of my common refrains, is that meat is a pain in the buttocks to ask for because of all the prepared this and that. Shift plus left and right. That's a new thing. Shift plus left and right. Adjust category. Oh! Ooh. That's a new one. That's a dwarf. That must be a new dwarf hack thing. Wow. Right. That's basically it though. It's cloth that I'm interested in because that's one of the things that's harder to get through. This is the thing I never take any account of. So like I should be making battle axes and crutches, and I'm not going to. I'm just going to completely forget that and trade random crafts. Right, I am going to create 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, that's actually not what I wanted. There we go. This is going to be a central thing. Central thing, that's what it's going to be. I don't like this colour scheme. I think I seem to have chosen of the colour schemes that are available, I seem to have chosen one I don't like. It's ASCII default, but maybe it's just this rock comes. It's just chert. It just, it's kind of more pastel-y than I like. I have to have a look into that. But I'm going to make some quantum stockpiles in here. And maybe also some what am I trying to say? Workshops. So I've just dug out some, I'm digging out a fairly largest area here. Do we have anything worth trading? We haven't made anything, so probably not. Might as well bring the trader in. He hasn't got a job. Got a lot of willow logs apparently. Some oak logs. Ooh. Got a lot of logs. do have a lot of logs. Got a certain amount of, I mean, stone, and that's a bit silly, isn't it? That's interesting. Wood doesn't show up as its own thing unless I'm very... Oh no, there it does. What the hell? Let's see if they take it. Let's see if they take it. Yeah. The worst I can do is say nah. Shift enter, move visible. Oh, okay. Or slightly more accurately, toggle visible. So I can just go shift enter. Poof. Right, so that brackets means I think it means we brought it with us as opposed to it being a new thing that we've made. So yeah, this may also have the side effect of at least moving a lot of logs into one position, which might be a useful thing. We'll let you get on with that. Big farms, that's all going swimmingly. Dangerous terrain, where? I'm trying to work out where this dangerous terrain is. They keep saying there's dangerous terrain around here, and I don't understand where they... Don't understand where they're getting that from. Right, file. So let's move. There we go. So this is going to be my excuse to come up with a stone quantum stockpile, which is a thing I always like to have. We'll just change some settings. Max wheelbarrows WW3. Max wheelbarrows WWW0 for that one. Oh, that is also take from links only. I'm going to have to make some wheelbarrows, so there's the thing. And settings. I'm going to take I'm not going to take economic stone. Forbid. I'm not going to take metal ore. I'll take clay. I don't think I really use clay, but so anything that's economic and anything that's a metal ore, I'm not taking. So build Shift S. Nope. Build Shift C, Shift S, and that is going to go D east. Make that shirt, and that's that. Meanwhile, I will also queue up a new task. Wheelbarrow. There you go. Doop doop doop. And I will build a workshop. If I can remember the key combination. Crafts Dwarf's Workshop, which is R. Make that shit. So I can start making the standard, rock crafts that everybody ends up making. Theoretically, I should have had this done by the time the first caravan showed up, but I didn't, so there you go. Let's have a look. So, most of the logs are there. But my broker's off having a drink, so there you go. But he's a dwarf, so what do you expect? I wonder if the dangerous terrain is these ramps, are they just just a bit too slippy slidey because you know, they're dirt and they've got vegetation on them. I'm not quite sure what's causing them to be stated as being dangerous terrain. I'm not quite sure what's causing that. Right, let's have a quick look downstairs. Oh, I should... That is unfortunate. Okay, let's dig out those two things there. Go up the top. Okay, so obviously what I should be doing is creating a big pasture area and putting all the grazing animals in there. How big a pasture area can you make? Bloody big pasture area, right? It's huge. I think I may have just not. No, I've made it. Okay, cool. N and then Shift N, and basically anything that's. Oh, okay. I may have overdone it a little bit in that case. Cool. Lovely. Good. That's good. Nice. Now I made a nest box somewhere. I wonder where I made that. Did I not make a nest box? I made a nest box. Yeah. I don't know what you do with nest boxes. I really don't. Yeah, so don't know what you do with nest boxes, but I have a nest box that's been claimed by hen. I presume you set a task somewhere for someone to gather, you know, items. Yes, I think I'm going to have to make a wood quantum stockpile. As well, but I've got to, I mean, I do have a situation where that's doable. That's part of the whole point of creating. Right, I'm going to let you get on with that. You seem to be happy in what you're doing, so there you go. Okay, so wood stockpile. Okay, build, construct, stop, DDD. Okay, I've got it. And H, nope, H. Move the cursor. Route, new route, named Upper Stone QSP. Making stop, which is there. Enter the XXX. Take from this stockpile and make sure everything's enabled. Now, I don't necessarily need, I mean, technically I don't actually need to have a completely separate wood stockpile and stone stockpile. I mean, it's mostly, I mean, to be perfectly honest, an awful lot of it is just, that's what I'm used to. I'm just used to having separate stockpiles for everything, and therefore, in my opinion, that's what you do. You have separate stockpiles for everything, and so you have separate wood stockpiles and separate, you know, stone stockpiles, and that's just how you do it. Whereas in the quantum stockpile model, you know, you don't necessarily do that. You can just pile everything onto one tile, and it's all good. So, yeah. We can trade. Woo. Okay, clearly willow wood is worth sod all. But it's all, we've only got wood here, haven't we? Right, so shift plus enter, mark everything for trade. 507 dwarfy bucks. So we are going to go food is what we're going to go for. Actually, let's go for the Q meat. Peregrine fat. Okay. I want to profit at least 250, so that they, don't get upset with us. What else? What else do they have for food? They go for booze. There's a lot to be said for going for booze. Where are we? Okay, those are bolts. Okay. Excuse-moi. Now, I don't have any cooking facilities set them, so all these bits that aren't just straight up meats, they aren't any actually use to me. But we can eat this stuff. I think I've probably got enough plum helmets. I might need a fishery. Oh, hang on. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't paying attention, I was just kind of, let's just mark stuff, and then I should actually have been paying a certain amount of attention to exactly how much I am taking away. So, I've got a lot of woods, and I am prepared giant earthworm brain. Yeah, so I've got, not doing too badly. I am going to see if I can find some dwarven. Pretty sure the booze is up this up around. Here we go. Dwarven ale. Can I afford a dwarven beer? Not really. All right, let's go with that. So hurrah! Hurrah! Now, this is where the fact that I don't really have good storage for booze, because I don't think you can quantum stockpile booze in quite the same way. Maybe you can, but I'm not. Yeah. Oh, there we go. HR. N. Upper Wood QSP. Move the cursor. Stop. Enter XXX. Stockpiling. P. Is anything? Enter. That's right. I need to set the what can get moved. So just everything. And then I need to give it a vehicle, and lo and behold, there's a vehicle. So, yeah, this is all actually working out quite nicely. So wood is beginning to pile up there. But you can't see it because there's a lump of chert that apparently they're showing the very bottom item in the list. So because chert is at the bottom, that's what shows up. So I can now make rock crafts. Just chuck that on repeat for now. Probably shouldn't. I should probably declare off. So it looks like they grabbed the church that was there, which is good. And so the church that is now there is probably here. That's what we want. The merchants will be leaving soon. Bye, merchants. Now this is the thing. I need to be a bit careful because the frame rate. I'm so used to having like half this frame rate, or even less than half this frame rate, and that means that things like merchants, they last for a long time. You know, it feels like they last for ages. So, you know, I need to be a little careful. Oh, there we go. I need to be careful. Now, I'm just going to have to work out exactly how I'm going to do this. So can I do things like... So I want a floodgate or something. I want something here. Well, here is where I want it. So, build floodgate. Okay, so that's blocked where it is. Which is fair enough. It's either blocked or I don't know whether it's literally blocked in the sense that there is something there, in this case water, so or blocked in the sense that I can't get there. Either way. Right, let's grab a few more bits and pieces. Yeah, build, construct floor. I'm going to build some floor there. It's always there's something about it. Always amuses me slightly when I'm making stuff for the specific purpose of, you know, this is all temporary and I'm going to get rid of it as soon as I humanly can, kind of thing. You know, I'm going to be building all this stuff here, but eventually there's just going to be a wall around these 6 squares. That's the plan. Is just to have these completely walled off. That answers a question I wasn't sure about. They can actually walk on these routes. But the plan is to chop down that tree, which I'm not sure. Okay, it looks like I can chop that tree down. Or at least I can. Why is the hammer dwarf? It's not one of my hammer dwarfs. Where's all this happening? It's happening over here. Or it did happen. He's chasing away the dingoes. That's one of the caravan guards, so he can do what he likes. Stray Yakable corpse. Oops. Feel bad about that. Drop-off area inaccessible. I shouldn't have any stockpiles that are inaccessible. This is an idea I am not comfortable with. Could not find a path. That is strange. Because surely if they can't find the path, then I wouldn't have been able to designate it in the first place. I wonder if it's these steps or this ramp with all their bright colours indicating different types of foliage. What I might want to do is actually make stone steps. Is actually do stuff like that and just have an artificial kind of way about it. I also need to set up a hotkey. If I'm going to be down here a while, down this area. Okay, no, they chopped the tree down. So that eventually I don't know why they suddenly decided they couldn't get down here. H, no, not H, Shift H. That's what it was. Dangerous terrain again. Where do they think that the terrain is that is so dangerous? I clearly have not set up any hotkeys. Well, it's going to be temporary, so I'm going to go Shift F1. So I'll change this. We'll call this Cavern Stairs. So if I hit Shift F1, if I go hit F1, which this is something that is set up by the game itself, it just, yeah, F1 is always the gate, so Shift F1 will now take me down here. Okay, so build. Do I have the bits for a screw pump? I do. Pump from north, which is what I'm gonna want. But I haven't given the water a place to go, which would be a problem. So, but I clearly have the bits. Otherwise, it wouldn't let me even place the pump. So, hurrah! Oh, I should think about these things. I really should. I mean, ultimately, I just want to get rid of all these areas. I could just try and drain all this off. This looks to be relatively. Well, actually, no. You see, it's not. This water could go all the way to the edge of the map, for all I know. And generally, when that happens, it becomes an infinite water source. Also, I'm going to have to hope that there aren't any horrible beasties down in the caverns, because they just. My dwarves are now just roaming around all over the place. I don't know what you're doing. No job. You're just sort of sitting around, twiddling your thumbs and thinking, these caverns, which could have horrible creatures in them, this is the perfect place for me to just wander about unattended. Some more migrants. I wonder how many migrants I've got now. I'm being very bad in terms of paying attention to these new migrants. I mean, should I start? Oh, yeah. Right, have they all? Need to wait for them to all turn up to show up properly in Dwarf Therapists in terms of the migrant wave. This looks to be quite a big migrant wave, but I think that's all of them. We'll just pause for a second. Read dwarves. So it's got 8. So it's 8 more coffins I need to make. That's so. That's so negative. Yeah, 8 more people turn up, make 8 coffins. They're all going to die. All of them. All of them. All of them. No, that's wrong. All of them. They're all doomed. That's kind of what I'm saying here, you know. But it's important that we have, and I don't want to build anything permanent. I don't want to build anything until I get down below, you know, this lot here. The Shift F1, which I've just spent some time putting together, and you know, just spent a little bit of time actually putting together a hotkey, and I'm just completely ignoring it. Now, I wonder. So what's underneath? So this is underneath here is a hole, right? So if I dig out here, I'll be able to unconstruct this floor, and my dwarves will still be able to get around. And that'll be a nice hole into which to, so I can then put the screw pump. In fact, just for pedantic purposes, I'm going to floor over that area. Ooh, we're not going to use marble for that, good lord, no. Not can't use blocks either. That's the downside of having a huge single quantum stockpile. Is that as I dig down, the stone's going to be kind of, further and further away. Can I do this? So I'd quite like this to just be empty space as opposed to the top of a ramp. But right, so build, Shift M, screw pump from north. Schist blocks, enormous willow, corkscrew, willow pipe section. So there you go. It's certainly allowing me to do it, to place that, so that's good. Yeah. I mean, I can't remember if you can pump from a place as opposed to pumping. It is a different issue where you can pump from and where you can pump to. And so on and so on and so forth. Cave swallows. That's sweet. Don't know if cave swallows are good or bad. Probably Dwarf Fortress they're bad because it's Dwarf Fortress and they will all eat your face. So, I just want to really temporarily pump out some areas here without flooding everywhere else is the hope. So hopefully water pump from the north will just pump down here and go down this ramp and that'll be fine. There are other possibilities. It could go horribly wrong in other ways, but we will see. And then, hopefully I can build walls in this section. That'd be cool. What kind of rough-hewn harlequin opals? Yeah, I mean we can but see what happens. Yeah. Okie dokie. Pig and a pokey. Someone actually making crafts at the minute? Yeah, someone. No, they're making. Oh, crafts. Here we go. Make cloth crafts. Oh. Rock crafts. Yeah, cloth crafts was never going to happen, was it? Because I don't really have much cloth. I hope that means I haven't just randomly made some. I think I had a couple of bits of cloth, and I probably just have made useless things out of them that I wish I hadn't made out of them. No, it doesn't seem to have gone particularly on that, so it's alright. This furniture one is working really well. Look at all that. Look at all that. And this is my food one, which actually, I don't have that much food. Ooh. That's interesting. Oh, that's a thing I forgot to do. Nibbles. My nibbles. I want to make highest precision. Apart from anything else, it means I know how much I've got of everything. But the other thing is that cloth stockpile. Oh, I have no cloth. The other issue is that that gives me a good broker. They tend to have good bookkeeping skill, which is a thing you want them to have. cleared up all the random stone lying around, which is quite nice. Could do with making some beds, I guess. I don't think I've got spare beds. So, right, okay, so I've got a 4 and an 8, so let's do some beds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should mean that I've got enough beds, I've got enough coffins, and I will start putting that into the big, huge mass shared dormitory next time. But I think that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit like or subscribe if you particularly enjoyed watching the video. And do feel free to come to www.nearlyenoughdiced.com for blog and podcast to do with role-playing games, tabletop dice and character sheets type role-playing. And join me next time, where hopefully I will finally learn whether or not I can pump things without flooding. Well, I'm really just going to flood the caverns rather than anything else, so, we'll find that out next time. And until then, have yourselves a very dwarfy day.